strong niggas hating on me, but...
Welcome to NBA basketball. This is 2K Sports bringing it to you live. The fourth game of the Western Conference semifinals. It's the San Antonio Spurs going up against the Houston Rockets. On tap, coming up next.
Do it now, I told you, do it now. Let's go. You wanna hate me, then hate me. What can I do but keep getting money? Funny, I was just like you. I had to hustle hard, never give up until I made it. Now y'all saying that's a clever nothing to play with. You can hate me now. I won't stop, but I won't stop now.
Game 4 of the Western Conference semifinals set to go. Welcome fans to the NBA playoffs on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Steve Kerr and Clark Kerr. Great to have you with us. We've got the San Antonio Spurs facing the Houston Rockets. A quick check now for starting lineups for both teams. And one of the guys we'll be seeing in this one, James Harden.
Well, you can say a lot of good things about him, Kevin, but maybe the best is that he just makes his players better. The guys around him, his passing, his leadership, he just knows how to get the most out of the guys on his squad.
And perhaps the best thing about him, Steve, is the way he takes charge down the stretch of close games. The higher the stakes, the better he plays.
Taking a look at Houston. Scratching out a home win tonight will be absolutely critical for them, trailing 2-1 in the series.
Yeah, and the goal now is just win this game and make it a best-of-3 series and gain the momentum back for yourselves. They already know they'll need to win at least one more game on the road, which is going to be tough enough. So win tonight, make your job a little bit easier.
Steve, it definitely would be a long shot. I mean, the stakes really could not be higher for him. We'll see how that pressure affects him.
Now Murray. James Harden missing on the 3. 6 on the shot clock. Leonard attacking. San Antonio shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. The free throw drops for Leonard. Leonard hits them both.
He's always been extremely reliable at the line, and today's been no different.
And so here is Houston. They need to bounce back from Wednesday's loss.
And Kevin, they put so much effort into the final few minutes of regulation in that game that they were pretty burned out in the overtime period.
Yeah, that's an excellent call by you, Steve. I thought there was a little bit of a letdown for them in OT.
Here's Harden.
Well, probably the right play defensively. If you can't get the block, send them to the free throw line. Don't give them an easy 2.
No easy buckets inside. Force free throws and work to keep them out of the lane next time around.
Harden hits them both. And just about a minute into the first quarter. And Doris Burke spoke with Mike D'Antoni. Doris?
As for the mood of the team coming into this crucial game, he said they're loose, but not so loose that they don't know how important this game is to us. He predicted this would be a statement game for them. Let's see what kind of statement they deliver, gentlemen.
And as always, Doris, thank you.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Murray, the pass to Gasol. He feeds it to Leonard. Pass to Owen. Back to Leonard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Murray. And the 3 off target.
Well played defensively. He really made that into a difficult look.
Here's Harden. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that.
Tell you what, he is so difficult to guard, especially on a shot like that one.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
They kick it out to Green. Drills it from outside. Green's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
There's the feed to Beverly. Gasol with the steal. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Murray, the pass to Green. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played, hit his foot, and it's whistled a kick. On defense, Houston. Here's Leonard. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Harden outside. Pass to Reaal. Back to Harden. Shot clock at 5. The shot, no good. Some solid defense from Gasol. Outside Aldridge. And there's the pass to Murray. Back to Aldridge. Aldridge left side. Shot's good. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Harden with it. Gasol covering. And there's Reaal. That's good on the assist by Harden. 6 points for Reaal.
There is no way a player like him can be left wide open like that. Did you pay attention to the scouting report?
Here's Murray up on top, guarded by Harden. Leonard the pass to Murray. They swipe it. Harden outside. This is to Beverly. And there's in a screen on Green. And the call will be against LaMarcus Aldridge. That is his first foul of the game. Harden outside. Anderson. Shot clock at 6. To the inside. And that one's good.
Textbook right there. Nice pass, great catch, beautiful finish.
Spurs trail by 3. Murray the pass to Green. The dish to Leonard. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. Let's take this chance now to show you the list of the postseason scoring leaders. The 4th spot held by Kawhi Leonard.
And what a run he's been on, guys, establishing himself at the perfect time here in the postseason.
Rockets leading by 3. They set the pick. Harden draws the double. And Beverly kicks to Harden. Reaal, no good on the 3. For San Antonio, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Green passes to Murray. Leonard on the wing. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
I'll tell you what, wandering aimlessly out of bounds like that might earn him a ticket to the bench.
David Lee's checked in for Pau Gasol. For Houston, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Harden outside. Feeds it to Beverly. Back to Harden. 6 to shoot. Floats one.
Obvious foul. Yeah, he took a hit right there and earned those free throws.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
2 shots.
First one falls for him. Harden hits them both. Here's Murray. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Right side, Leonard. To halt the run.
A very encouraging start to Leonard's career, Kevin. He's a tough defender, he's an excellent rebounder, and his offensive game expanded pretty quickly his rookie season as well.
I expect his offense to continue growing too. His huge hands help him in that regard, Steve. Great nose for the ball, high rate of steals, an expert at stripping it away. And the first one drops. Leonard hits them both. Rockets leading by 3. Here's Beverly. Kicks it out to Ariza. Nailed from three-point land. Ariza's got 9.
They've been outstanding here in the first quarter. Great spacing, excellent passing, and the three-point shooting has been unbelievable.
Green kicks to Leonard. Passes it to Murray. Rocket 6. Leonard against Ariza. Leonard, no luck.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
It's Harden with the drive. No good from Beverly.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Aldridge is string. Doubled by Anderson. Outside, Green. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
And the Spurs making a change here. Houston leading by 6. Nene dishes to Williams. Knocked away. And now in transition is Mills. Here we go. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
Can you hear the crowd kind of murmuring? I don't think they agreed with the officials on that one.
Steve, I tell you what, they're really letting them have it.
Here's Harden on the wing. He has 6. Outside Williams. Kicks it to Gordon. Back to Williams. Shot clock at 6. Three-pointer. That's good. And the Rockets lead by 7.
Great outside shooting fueling this one.
And the defense getting bombarded. They just haven't been able to slow him down.
He dishes it to Simmons. Ginobili. Spurs passing it around. Here's Simmons. Shoots from the block. Rockets with the rebound. Ariza's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Nene setting the pick for Harden. Gordon the pass to Ariza. Harden outside. He kicks to Williams. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Spurs trail by 7. No good from Simmons. Ginobili against Harden. He passes to Nene. Off with the layup. San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Out to Lee. He feeds it to Mills. Dedmon. He's guarded by Williams. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That's on Lewis Williams. And like you said, they're making it look easy out there. Off to the fast start from outside.
Well, Kevin, shot making always makes the game look better, and it's much more enjoyable to call. And they're doing an outstanding job of finding each other, sharing the sugar, as we say, and knocking down the jump shot.
Building that confidence. That one is no good. And here's Houston. They're on a 13-4 run. That one goes. Count it. Gordon's got his first points of the game.
Well, you knew he'd win that race.
Definitely. I mean, that's what you call early offense.
Pass to Ginobili. The feed to Lee. Lee left side. San Antonio again missing. Williams in the post. Here's Nene. Banked in off the glass. Nene's got his first basket of the night.
It has taken them no time to build this lead up on the strength of a great first quarter offensively.
And they need to continue to put pressure on the defense and try to really run away with this one from here.
Here's Mills. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Ginobili outside. And the pass to Mills. 1:51 left to play here in the first. 5 on the clock. And Simmons kicks to Ginobili. Corner shot. And it's Nene with the rebound. Houston leading by 11. Williams gets a screen from Ariza. Williams kicks to Harden. Back to Williams. Beyond the arc. Another miss by Williams. San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Dishes to Mills. Simmons feeds to Mills. Passes to Simmons. Ginobili outside. Ginobili left side. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Sometimes folks forget about his decent mid-range jumper. He can knock those down all game given a chance.
And now the fast break Ginobili with the ball.
Well, this is how you completely rattle an opponent's rhythm.
Yeah, you know, such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger the transition opportunity.
And it wasn't just the tough D, it was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam.
Pass to Ariza. And that one's good. Ariza's got 11 points.
He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's having.
Lee, a screen on Williams. A timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
Lee with a solid pick that time.
Rockets leading by 7. Nene setting the pick for Williams. And he dunks it after the pick. Frees him up. The defense looking a little bit dazed now. A ferocious throw down there.
Not bad for a player of his size.
Not bad at all. How about that spring coming out of those legs?
Here's Mills. Deadman. Nene on him. With 4 seconds on the clock. They get it back. Here's Ginobili. No good on that last second attempt there. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Houston on top. They lead by 9. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment.
Game 4 of the Western Conference semifinals. The Golden State Warriors take on Gordon Hayward and the Utah Jazz. This Saturday, 10 Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific.
We welcome you back here to the coverage of the Western Conference semifinals. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Rockets.
Now, they didn't waste any time getting into a groove out there. They're dialed in from long range.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. Hill's out there with Ginobili. Then it's David Lee. Then it's Pau Gasol. And it's Simmons in at the small forward. Shot's good by Mills.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel.
Williams kicks to Harden. 6 on the shot clock. Harden gets a screen from Nene. And while we have a chance, let's now take a look at the NBA's season assist leaders. 4th, James Harden.
Seems like he's taken it upon his shoulders to get every one of his teammates involved here in the postseason. What a passing display it's been.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line in the game. The first free throw is good. Harden hits them both. Spurs trail by 8. Now Mills. And replay through the first minute here in the second. Lee kicks to Mills. 6 to shoot. Makes good on the step back jumper.
What a play. The hoop plus the harm.
Excellent concentration on the finish. That's big time.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Timeout call for Rockets.
He did not look too happy about some of the things he saw on the court. So I would expect some changes here.
I think it's the right move, quite honestly. I mean, they just didn't look sharp or at their best out there. So take the time out and give yourself a chance to regroup.
Here's Harden on the wing. He's covered by Ginobili. The shot by Nene. No good. Spurs trail by 5. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
Well, they couldn't hook up there on what's really a pretty basic pass.
Houston's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. Williams up on top, covered by Mills. Williams inside. The dish to Harden. Just 4 to shoot. The shot by Nene, no good.
Yeah, trying to put a little mustard on the hot dog there. That was just convert the shot. Come on.
It's Ginobili with the drive. Hangs. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he knocks down the first one. The Spurs making a switch here. All free throws good from Ginobili.
This is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line right here.
Harden kicks to Williams. Back to Harden. He dishes it to Williams. Number 15. Can't hit. Good D by Gasol. Spurs trail by 3. Mills passes to Ginobili. Gives him the lead pass, and that one's good by Aldridge.
There it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, getting the ball into the post should be their first option every time down. Force the defense to adapt and adjust.
About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Mills with it. 8 points for him. Gasol kicks to Mills. The Spurs need to get a shot off here.
That's a huge part of what they want to do defensively. Limit his easy chances inside.
Harden dishes to Gordon. Rejected by Gasol. Kicks it to Simmons. Inside. Nice shot by Ginobili.
That's his forte. Finding that angle and then aggressively attacking the rim.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. San Antonio making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. Ginobili, no good on the free throw. Houston in the lead. Anderson is screen on Ginobili. Beverly, Williams. Offensive rebound.
I'll tell you what, folks. I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Aldridge sets up the pick now for Green. From deep. Aldridge, no luck. For Houston, they've drawn 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. And Beverly kicks to Gordon. He passes to Beverly. Number 15. Aldridge is covering. With his first shot attempt. Another miss by Houston.
And it is very dangerous to leave him open like that. Lucky break for the defense that he missed it.
And it's blocked by Gordon. Outside Williams. He kicks it to Beverly. Number 15. Aldridge is covering. That's good. Spurs trail by 3. Here's Murray. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And Leonard gets it to go.
The defenders need to talk to each other. The communication lacking there on that three-pointer.
Outside Williams. He feeds it to Gordon. 6 on the shot clock. And Williams, here we go. Houston gets it back with the clock winding down.
You know, he's really adept at keeping possessions alive by hitting the boards and cashing in on some of those putbacks.
And something else you can't forget about is his shot blocking, Steve. I mean, he's an intimidator down low.
And it's Eric Gordon with the foul. That's his first foul. Pau Gasol's checked in for San Antonio. Back to Leonard. Just 5 to shoot. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. So it's the Rockets now. Now, here is Harden. 8 points for him. Beverly. Back to Harden. Pass to Beverly. The feed now to Harden. Rocket 6.
Take a look at what Harden's been doing. He's got 8 points and he's produced 6 points from the free throw line. That's nice work.
He's helping their cause, finding some easy points through penetration and attacking the defense.
That free throw good from Harden.
Shooting 100% in the quarter. They've made them all, taking full advantage at the line.
Well, it's a nice job of really making the most of their opportunities.
Harden hits them both. Spurs trail by 4. Now Murray. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And here is Aldridge. bucket three, and Gasol with the lay-in.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Gordon with it. Now defended by Murray. There's the pass to Anderson. Dishes it to Beverly. Shot clock at 6. Anderson. This one for three. Another miss by Houston. Leonard against Gordon. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Back to Green. Takes the three. And again, it's San Antonio with a three. Rockets trail. Harden outside. Number 15. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for San Antonio.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
Yeah, I do too, and I think they're also getting some good looks in transition, doing a nice job of running the floor.
And the first one at the line is good. Lou Williams is checked in for Eric Gordon. So he makes one of two as the second one misses.
Well, despite tying things up, he's still shaking his head, knowing he could have given them the lead.
Murray, the pass to Leonard. Feeds it to Gasol. Working on Williams. Just 5 on the clock. Good. Gasol's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You know, it wouldn't be a bad idea to put an extra body on him, get some help when he barrels his way in close. He's such a good finisher. He needs more than one guy to defend him. Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Back to Williams. Takes a three. It's rebounded by Murray.
You've got to like what they've been doing down there in the low post, Clark.
I do. I love it. Their rebounding has been outstanding. So important in a tight game.
The Spurs have shot 70% from the free throw line tonight, 7 for 10. And he makes the first. And both free throws good for Green. Rockets trail by 6. Here's Beverly. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Harden's shot is good.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
San Antonio calls timeout. Spurs leading by 3. Now Murray. Outside Leonard. Right side Leonard. Aldridge left side. 5 to shoot. Green dishes to Aldridge.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots just have not dropped for him today.
Harden outside. Passes it to Beverly. Lets it go with the 3. The shot is off. Great D that time from Green. Outside Leonard. Shoots from the line. Green for 2 points. Leonard's got 11 points.
Right now, they've got that field goal percentage up in the low 50s.
Yeah, they're really starting to put it together offensively, looking to build on this lead.
And Beverly kicks to Williams. Number 15. Rebounds San Antonio. Here's Murray.
Boy, with 2 fouls now, he really has to be disciplined and under control for the rest of this half.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
2 shots.
First free throw is good. San Antonio making a switch here. He's perfect from the line this time. Here's Beverly. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Pass to Williams. There's the dish to Beverly. Back to Williams. Goes to the reverse layup and taps it in. Williams has got 4 points this quarter.
Tell you what, despite that hot start from long range, they've really gotten away from the three-point shot.
And I know that's sacrilegious to you, Steve. I mean, being a shooter in all of your past, you figure you should be firing away from out there at all times. But the mid-range game and in-between game served me quite well. But that hasn't been the best meal ticket for them here in the second half. You got to go with what you do best.
Dedmon. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Well, it's obvious. The difference in this quarter has been their dominance on the offensive boards.
Yeah, I think you're right, Clark. A lot of second chance points, and they're not resting on their lead. They're really being aggressive and attacking the lane.
I see him. Williams for 3. That's good. Williams has got 12 points in the game. Here's Murray. He dishes it to Leonard. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. Second quarter ends in a tight one. Spurs lead by 4. We'll have the start of the third quarter for you shortly. But first, it's the Sprint Halftime Show with Damon Bruce.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Round 2 of the NBA playoffs is in full swing. This is 2K Sports. San Antonio on top against Houston. A win today would be huge. It's the difference between a commanding 3-1 lead or a 2-2 series tie. Kawhi Leonard has stood out in the early going. He's got 11 points, and his two-way play has been good. Very active on the defensive side of the floor, bothering shots and bringing that energy all over the court. And midway through, the Rockets are still alive. Just a shooting exhibition so far. It seems like they can't miss from long range. James Harden has the game high. He's got 13 points and also collected 4 rebounds. And that's all we have for you here in the studio. Now let's send it on back to Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke for the second half of play.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Welcome back to Game 4 as we get ready to start things up again. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
Everything's magnified in a game like this, and with the microscope squarely on him as their go-to guy, he came through in a huge way in the first half.
Steve, that's what he's known for. I mean, his ability to raise his game according to the situation makes him elite level.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Houston, Ryan Anderson out there with Trevor Ariza. Then it's Harden. Then it's Patrick Beverly.
Not a good look at the hoop. They've got to do a better job offensively creating some space.
Ariza passes to Harden. And that one's good. Harden's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Rockets.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality they've had. If the shot isn't there, they're not forcing anything. They're moving it side to side and working to get a good shot. Yeah, he's got one of those shooting strokes that never changes, guys. I mean, even if a defender's all over him, he just never seems to flinch. A great quality to have as a shooter.
And I'll tell you one more thing about him, Steve. He sets a screen maybe better than anybody. And if he rolls off of it, he gets the ball and gets a clean look. It's automatic.
Number 15. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. 9 points in the game so far.
That's outstanding hang-time improvisation right there.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Now Murray. Aldridge left side.
From the start, it seemed like they were out of sync. They waited too long to get into their action.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And that led to a very disjointed offensive possession.
The Rockets have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
2 shots.
The first one falls. That one drops. He ties it up.
Boy, I tell you what, he does not look like your typical big man up there at the line. He has an excellent stroke and a percentage to match.
Here's Murray up on top, guarded by Harden. Murray, the pass to Aldridge. Aldridge left side. The jump hook. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Aldridge has got 8.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old school. Just physical play in the paint. Dominate. Perfect on their first 3 shots now. That's the way to start the second half.
Back to Gasol. Gasol gets the screen from Murray. Leonard against Ariza. And Leonard gets it to go. David Lee's checked in for Pau Gasol. Keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Harden gets to Beverly. Back to Harden. Ariza. Houston moving the ball around. Number 15. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. 11 points in the game.
And still perfect here in the second half. 4 for 4 from the field.
Leonard dishes to Aldridge. Back to Leonard. Kicks to Aldridge. Working on Anderson. Leonard, the pass to Aldridge. Aldridge left side. And the shot no good, a bit short. Houston's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13. It's Harden with the drive. Lee with the steal. Here's Green.
Take a look at the performance in this one for Green. He has 8 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point range.
I'm sure they'd like to get him a few more of those, so look for them to run some screens for him, try to pop him open.
This is his second trip to the free throw line. And the first one drops. Nene, he's checked in for the Rockets. And both free throws good for Green. Rockets have gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. It's Harden with the drive. It's Ariza on the wing. Tipped away. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. And the Rockets making a change here. Gordon's checked in. Here's Murray. Back to Leonard. He kicks it to Lee. Ariza covering. Shot from 16. There's David Lee on the assist from Leonard. Lee's got his first basket. Rockets trail by 4. Harden kicks to Gordon. The Spurs making a switch here. Gasol's checked in. Outside Gordon. Rocket 6. Back to Harden. Shot is no good. Nice D from Murray.
Finally a miss, but still 4 for 5 shooting to start this third quarter.
And Leonard gets it to go.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Spurs.
You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
And the other thing they're doing is they're forcing turnovers and then converting those miscues into points at the other end.
Free throw, good, Anderson. Patrick Mills, who's checked in for the Spurs. Both free throws good from Anderson.
Some great free throw shooting so far in this second half.
I think they should keep trying to initiate contact and get back to the line until they start missing from there. But as it is, they're perfect so far, so keep it up.
And Mills kicks to Leonard. Shot from 12. Shot misses. So Houston will take it the other way. Nene dishes to Williams. Back to Nene. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Nene's got his second basket of the night.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
That's what they're looking for down the stretch. Clark, more of the same. Get it inside. He just couldn't shake loose. He had the defender draped all over him.
Here's Gordon. Here's Anderson. The shot from the low post is good. And it's now only a 1-point Spurs lead. San Antonio's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Back to Leonard. And that one's good. Leonard's got 7 now in this quarter. For Houston, they've gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. It's Williams with the drive. From 11 feet away. And that one's good. Williams has got 14 points for the game. San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Mills. He's guarded by Williams. Mills passes to Lee. He feeds it to Gasol. And the layup's good off the glass. He's got 6.
Well executed possession. They controlled the shot. Nicely done.
Williams gets a screen from Anderson. It's Williams with the drive. Right side, Williams. Clock at 4.
It's been a good night for Williams. He's got 14 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
Now his outside stroke has looked really good today.
This is his first free throw of the game. First free throw is good. And the Spurs making a change here. And Williams drops them both. San Antonio leading. And Mills kicks to Leonard. Now the feed to Aldridge. Leonard. Pass to Mills. He passes to Aldridge. Beat the shot clock, but it's off the mark. For Houston, they've gone 7 of 9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them. For the lead, and he sinks the layup. He's got 13. Clark, third quarter here, and 5 lead changes so far.
Yeah, it's really been a bit of a tug of war. Back and forth we go.
Yeah, both teams playing well. Neither club able to pull away.
And that one's good. For Houston, they've gone 8 of 10 shooting here in the second half. Very strong. Dishes it to Beverly. Nene. Aldridge is covering. Williams gets to Beverly. Right through the D for the layup. Beverly's got his first bucket in this one.
Boy, that was impressive, Clark. He did not hesitate to take the ball right up against the bigger defender.
Boy, I like that aggressive mindset there, Steve.
Leonard attacking. Now the pass to Mills. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Mills has got 11 points.
And the buckets always coming in bunches for him. And right now, they are really rolling.
On the wing, Williams. Number 15.
Obvious foul.
Yeah, he took a hit right there and earned those free throws.
He's made one and this one so far in the game.
At the line for 2.
And the first one at the line is good. Pau Gasol's checked in for David Lee. And he can't hit the second. But they get it back. Another shot. And he hits the jump shot. 16 points for him.
He's created some good opportunities for himself and made the most of it.
Gasol screen. Murray the pass to Simmons. Now Murray. Right side Aldridge. 13 feet away. Aldridge can't get that one to fall.
Rebounds are split just about down the middle in this game, Clark.
I venture to guess whichever team is able to maintain that energy level on the glass will have the upper hand the rest of the way.
Now, it's hard to imagine them not running away with this game if they can continue to shoot the ball like they have been.
Steve, everything is falling for them this half, and they haven't had any empty possessions, scoring on every trip.
Feeds to Simmons. Rebound by Williams.
Boy, that's a warm-up jumper there. I mean, when you're a pro, you can't make excuses for missing that one.
And here's Gordon from outside. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. Williams has got 5 assists tonight. And Mills kicks to Simmons. Passes it to Murray. And they get it. The shot is off. The Rockets go the other way with it. And it's Houston on the break. Gordon's running. Leaves the dishes to Williams. Makes it off the glass. And now a 9-point Houston lead.
And again, a few more points added to the lead. They might be ready to pull away here.
I wouldn't be surprised, Steve. As well as they've got it working right now, that could be the case.
Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Beverly, the pass to Williams. Can he keep it going? Misses the shot. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Rockets ahead, leading by 9. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the 4th quarter next.
Game 5 in the Western Conference semifinals. James Harden and the Houston Rockets take on Kawhi Leonard and the San Antonio Spurs next Sunday, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific.
And we're ready to get rolling again, our Cinco de Mayo broadcast. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
So far, they've turned in a fantastic performance from the three-point line. It's been a weapon all game.
The other thing that's been huge for them is their points in the paint. They're getting the ball inside and converting on a regular basis.
On the court for San Antonio, they've got Ginobili. Pau Gasol is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Mills. And it's Simmons in at the small forward. That's good from Simmons. San Antonio making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. So he gets them both. Here's Beverly. Pass to Harden. The dish to Beverly. 6 to shoot. Kicks to Ariza. There's the 3. That is good.
A little confusion defensively.
Yeah, you know what? He sent the D a little message with that three.
Spurs trail by 10. And Mills kicks to Ginobili. He dishes it to Leonard. He feeds it to Mills. It's rebounded by Houston. Harden's got 5 rebounds tonight. Harden draws the double. Ariza. Anderson dishes to Harden. He kicks it to Beverly. Back to Harden. And Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
I like the call. I thought the defense was moving there.
Yeah, I think he slid underneath. Good blocking call that trip.
Marcus Aldridge is checked in for San Antonio. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the 4th quarter. Gordon, the pass to Anderson. 6 on the shot clock.
Ryan Anderson. 2 shots.
First one falls for. Both good from the line that time. Spurs trail by 12. And Mills gets to Gasol. Leonard pass to Ginobili. Back to Leonard. Clock at 6. And he drops it in from the low post. Leonard's got 9 points here in the second half.
Nice soft touch to drop that one in.
Rockets leading by 10. There's the screen. Harden dishes to Ariza. Back to Harden. 6 to shoot. Ripped away. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Aldridge, the pass to Ginobili. That shot wide open.
You know, tired legs can affect you at the defensive end, and I think that's what's happening right here.
I agree, because as much offense as we saw early, we're seeing even more of it here late.
Harden gets a screen from Anderson. It's Ariza on the wing. Anderson outside. Shoots the 3. Gets it to go. Anderson's got 5 points in the quarter.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the three-point line. That's 4 of the last 5. You got to run those guys off the line.
I agree, and the defense is practically giving them those shots, though.
San Antonio calls timeout. I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich coaching his team during that last break. He didn't exactly take it easy on them, saying, "How much do you want it? Don't tell me. Show me out there. We have to play better. We have to play harder if we're going to come back." Guys?
San Antonio making a switch here. Green's checked in. Outside Leonard. And stolen by Ariza. Here's Harden. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yes, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
Well, it feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
Here's Mills, guarded by Harden. Here's Leonard, and he banks in the layup. Leonard's got 22.
He's done a ton to help his team, guys, and he may have to do more if they're going to come back and win.
Rockets leading by 11. Harden kicks to Gordon. They set the pick. Houston moving it around. The feed to Harden. Back to Gordon. Leads him in there. Harden, second shot opportunity, and he lays it up and in. He's got 21.
You got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
Well, they've done a lot of things right, but I agree with you, Coach. Their rebounding is right there at the top of the list.
Leonard kicks to Aldridge. Inside to Gasol.
Well, at least the defender got his money's worth on that one.
Yep, that was an easy whistle for the official.
That free throw good from Gasol. The Spurs making a switch here. Murray's checked in. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Rockets leading by 12. Kicks it out to Harden. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there. The Spurs have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Here's Murray. It's Aldridge penetrating. And it's good.
He's definitely turned things around in this game. I mean, he was more of a background player in the first half. He's jumped center stage now.
For Houston, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor.
Boy, extremely opportunistic defense leading to those points there.
That dunk, Clark, coming within seconds of the steal.
Love the way they convert from defense to offense.
But that's what happens when you get all five guys on a string defensively, ready to react and make a play.
At the line for the Rockets, number 11. At the line for 2.
And he makes the first. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Spurs trail by 12. Here's Leonard. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Leonard's got 25 points.
Getting the feel out there from long range, guys. That's his second three of the half. Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
San Antonio's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed. He passes it to Gasol. Misses the three.
Solid job by them on the glass here tonight. +8 in rebounding.
Well, you have to rebound to win, and that's exactly what's happening right now.
Aldridge up on top. Dishes it to Leonard. The pass to Murray. Back to Leonard. Unloads. Another one falls for San Antonio.
Well, after all those struggles in the first half, he has really picked it up here in the second.
Gordon kicks to Harden. Back to Gordon. Gordon off a bit from Anderson. Shot clock at 6. Now Murray. Aldridge with a screen on Gordon. Aldridge a screen. Doubled by Anderson. Murray the pass to Green. Leonard on the wing. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession.
Maybe a low percentage pass, but it still nearly got through.
I like it, though. I mean, it's an aggressive play. Heads up defending, deflected away. Just a fantastic game for Leonard. He's got 27 points, and the three-pointers have been dropping for him. He's got 3 of them.
Well, as long as he's continuing to make them, I think they should make him more of a focal point of this offense.
He misses the free throw. Good on the second free throw. Harden with it. It's a 6-point game. Feeds it to Gordon. Right side Gordon. 5 on the clock. It's Harden with the drive. Great D that time for Murray.
That's not an opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Aldridge with a screen on Ariza. Green with the ball. And it's Gordon picking him up. Here's Murray. Knocks down the step back J. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back. Now, here is Harden. Number 15, defended by Gasol. The Rockets again can't hit. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Leonard. Green. And the Spurs scoring again.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
Yeah, I think that's what's keyed this run, Clark, because they're keeping the ball moving. Defense hasn't been able to set up.
Timeout called the Rockets. And during this timeout, I'm sure they'll be hydrating themselves with Gatorade. All the effort out there on the floor. And these timeouts can be such a huge factor in getting a short rest and recharging the battery. Pass to Harden. And stolen by Murray. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way to tie it up. And Pau Gasol, the bucket on the assist from Green. 9 points for Pau Gasol.
That's a good shot for him there, but it's kind of puzzling to me that he's not calling for the ball today like he usually does. He has to do more if they're going to pull ahead.
Ariza. And the shot is long. San Antonio with the ball. They're on a 19-6 run. Leonard with the ball. He's picked up by Ariza. Now Murray. Pass to Green. There's the dish to Leonard. 6 to shoot. Kicks it to Aldridge. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
You cannot afford to make mistakes like that here in a tight game.
Houston making a switch here. Beverly's checked in. Houston's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Harden kicks to Anderson. The second chance effort, and that's 2 points on the layup. And the Rockets lead by 2.
You know, it's really going to be all about hard work from this point on. And they worked hard to create that high-quality shot right there.
Yeah, and that's their goal down the stretch. Continue to find those close-range shots.
Leonard, the open look. Off target from the wing. Rockets have on only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. Here's Beverly. Excellent D from Murray. San Antonio's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. The open shot, Aldridge. Finds himself wide open and drills it. Aldridge has got 10 points in just the second half. Here is Harden. He dishes it to Beverly. 1:39 left in the fourth quarter. And here's Ariza. Rocket 6. It's Harden with the drive to the middle. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball. Anderson dishes to Harden. 2 on the clock. And that one's good. Harden's got 8 here in the quarter.
Well, he's found his game and his rhythm this quarter. He's gotten into a nice groove.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They're losing by 2. We've got 1:23 left in the fourth quarter of this one. We've got 1:23 left in the fourth. Here's Murray. Back to Leonard. Here's Aldridge. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
Boy, has he picked it up in the second half. He's on fire.
And the free throw is good. Now leading by 1.
You can't say enough about his composure in big moments. He's as cool as they come, guys.
They get it again. There's the bucket. Good.
They have got to put a body on him, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass. Just what the doctor prescribed. The hoop and the harm, and he makes good on the free throw.
San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. 54 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Left side, Leonard. Shot is off.
He's been the guy on the boards today, no question.
Steve, you're all over it. I mean, his numbers back it up. He's been working extremely hard out there.
Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
Huge basket, and then the free throw was even bigger because now it becomes a 2-possession lead.
San Antonio's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. It's in! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Huge points.
That's beyond huge, Steve. I mean, they needed that bucket desperately.
Houston's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. And stolen by Murray. Money!
Boy, their defense making an impact here late, Kevin.
And straight off the steal card, the perfectly run fast break ends in a slam dunk.
That could be a huge 4-point swing in this game.
There's 18 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Beverly, the pass to Anderson. He feeds it to Harden. He kicks to Beverly. Back to Harden. For the win. Good! Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. Guys, your thoughts?
The only chance here is to lob it towards the basket and go for the tip in. There's not enough time left to catch and shoot.
So it's a narrow victory for the Rockets, pulling it out for the W. And Clark, you know, it was quite a nail-biter.
Yeah, it was tight. Their guys were able to come up with big plays down the stretch, and that's the difference.
That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Billy Spurt, this is Kevin Holland. Thanks for tuning in to the NBA Western Conference semifinals here on 2K Sports. And now, Jordan